Hey everybody, welcome to an all new video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how to replace a leaky angle stop without having to re-sweat one or press one or crimp one with just a wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. All right guys, first things first, we need to go ahead and get the water shut off to the house to do this, and you need to either shut it off at the street, or if you have one inside or underneath your home, make sure you have your main water shut off. Then you need to come to your lowest point, which is usually a hose bib on most houses, and go ahead, open up that hose bib and let all of that drain on down right there, guys. So especially if you have water lines that come from the ceilings down, it's going to have a lot of water in it. You want to drain as much water out of the line as possible before we take the stop apart. So mine's going to drain. I'm going to let that finish draining right there, and then we'll get under the sink. All right, guys, real quick before we get started, just wanted to go over a couple of these different types of angle stops right here and if they'll be compatible or not. So you got like a straight angle stop right here made by Matco. As you can see, this is the packing nut right here. That's what usually winds up dripping, is this packing nut. And sometimes it'll drip from up here, and it's because this is worn down. The rubbers inside wore down a lot and stuff in there. So that is what we're going to be replacing on my stops. Now that's why I wanted to show you guys, you got different brands and you got different ones. Your best bet always is to go with the exact same brand your stop is. For example, mine is Brasscraft. I only have one Brasscraft stop, and that's this one with the clear handle right here, right? But you can interchange handles on a lot of them. Now there's a lot of stops that don't work with each other. For example, if you have an angle stop like this that has the packing nut right here, it's not going to work with one, say example like this is a quarter turn stop. As you can see, it's different. It doesn't have the rubber in, it just turns inside. You won't be able to replace that like we're going to do in this video. But for 99% of most houses and homes these days and stuff have this kind that's got the packing nut on there, as you can see. So what we're going to be doing is on the stop, we're going to take this packing nut off on the old one. All right, we're going to take it off with our wrench, and it's super easy. It just spins out. And if they've been on for a really long time, don't worry, they will break loose. You just need to back it up. That's why they got these little grooves that square it off right here in the middle. You'll need to put another wrench here to take it off. But if it's fairly new, within the past like 15 years or so, it should come right off, no problem, right? So whenever we take it off, you're going to take your one off of a stop that you had to buy. You're going to put that in until it stops, just like this. And you want to go ahead and spin it by the handle, just like that, but not all the way yet. And then that way you can slide that angle, that packing nut down right there. And that right there is the part that you're going to tighten it up until it stops. And you don't want to go too tight, but you don't want to leave it super loose, easy. And like I said, if you're real picky about your handles, you can just take that little Phillips head screw off in the middle right there and replace that handle with the same one so that they're all the same. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now you got your hose bib drained. You're back under your sink now, guys. You don't even have to take anything above the stop apart. You ain't got to get none of that out your way or nothing like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a little coffee can, little bucket, something that can fit under your sink. Now, if you have water lines that come from the attic down, you might have a little more water. That's why you need to drain it. But mine actually come from underneath the crawl space right here. So mine won't have that much water, but there will still be some water in the line. So I always like to use a little short little coffee can bucket to catch that water. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and get my wrench on. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, as always. I'm going to get this on right here, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and bust this nut loose, just like that. I picked a little oversized wrench to do this. I could have used a lot smaller one, but it's one of my favorite wrenches. All right. Sometimes it helps to go ahead and open up the stop, back the handle out of your way also. All right, so now, like I said, if it's, you know, like 50 years old, it might be seized up on there. You might need to back it up with another wrench or something, but this one right here is actually spinning quite fairly easy. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bucket ready before any water comes out and just keep turning it until I see it start to drip some. There we go, guys. Since mine come from underneath, there's not much because I drained it all down, right? So now what we can do is take our replacement, and you can see right here that the washer is actually in okay shape, but the packing nut itself was leaking, and that was what was causing it to rot out the bottom of the cabinet, which I just literally replaced this morning. So I don't want it to leak anymore. So now I can take my replacement, which is I'm going brass craft to brass craft, which, like I said, you can use other ones. Some of them are interchangeable. So I got that started. Now I'm going to push that packing nut onto the threads and start turning that packing nut itself till that starts to get tight. Then I can back this handle off just like that to give it room for my wrench. So now we got that on nice and threaded. Now we can go ahead, tighten it back up. And you don't want to go too tight. You don't want to break it out of your wall and cause any more problems than that right there. So right there, and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give it one more little oomph. Perfect. All right, so once you've got that tightened up, you can go ahead and turn your stop off. And now we can go ahead and shut our hose bib off where it was draining, and then turn the water back on and test for any drips or leaks. All right, we're back. We've got the water main on. We went ahead and bled the air out through the hose bib and then shut that off. So now we're ready to turn this on to see if anything leaks. Now, if you got a leak right off the rip, it's going to be obvious. That's why you leave your little bucket under there. But we can tell that it is not leaking right now. So now we need to turn it on. So we're going to turn it on all the way, just like that, until it stops. That is all the way right there, guys. And now you can test to see if you have any leaks, which I can just see right now that we don't, because this is a great way to replace a stop. We just replaced this entire stop just like that. Didn't need a torch, solder, didn't need any type of special tools like crimpers for PEX, anything like that. We was able to just go ahead and swap the guts out. So now, if you're one of those perfectionist types, you want your old handles back on, it's simple enough. You just take the screwdriver and take the little Phillips head out the middle right there, and then you can just swap them out, no problem. It's simple. I'll go ahead and show you guys how easy that is. You want to make sure it's in the on position, that's all the way open, so that it's not going to be turning around on you. And you'll simply just take out that Phillips head screwdriver, just like that. Pop off your handle. Then you can take your new one, stick it on there, or excuse me, your old handle, the one that you want to keep matching and all that right there, and you'll simply just tighten that up, hold it like that to get it down, and then boom, you got the same exact handles that you had, so that they all match, right? But me personally, I'm just going to go back with the nice brand new clear Brasscraft one, guys. So that's going to do it. We got ahead and swapped that out. I hope this helped you out there, guys. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you found this helpful. I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.